Good morning. Welcome to TaG Cycling. I see a lot of familiar faces, but for those I haven't worked with, my name is Maggie Lyster. I'm a professional track and road cyclist. I race with the Canadian national team on the track and a professional women's team down in the US for the road. And today I'm going to take you through our hill workout. So we'll be working on some climbing, get out of the saddle a little bit, work on chasing back on to a group, and yeah, sitting in and doing it all over again. I'm excited to get you through this. It's not going to be easy, but we'll do it. So we're going to start, just 5 minutes, get settled on your bike, get that cadence up. You're going to start just level 1 to 5, max 50%. Just a nice easy pace, 90 to 100 RPM. Just get settled, get that cadence up. As a track cyclist, I'm a big fan of a higher cadence. Sometimes some of our races will be sitting at almost 120 RPM, so revolutions per minute. It's our cadence for almost 5 minutes. So you learn pretty quickly how to spin at that higher cadence. And actually, the faster you can spin your legs, the more comfortable you are spinning them faster. The quicker you'll recover, the quicker you'll be able to, as they say, flush out whatever effort you had in the legs. So I always say the higher, when you give an option of 90 to 100 RPM, if you can edge more towards that 100 RPM, I'd like to say that's better. Everyone looks like they're on their bikes. So as we get settled in here, just start thinking about your posture on the bike. Relax your shoulders. While we're just warming up, this is a good time to think about other things than just the effort, because you're really just waking up your body, getting it moving, getting the blood flowing. So let's relax our shoulders back and down. Shake out your elbows. Make sure there's a slight bend in them. Don't have them locked. Back straight. The flatter your back, the easier it will be to breathe, and the less rolling out and stretching you'll be required to do later on. You can start thinking about your pedal stroke too. Thinking about it as a circle. Just moving your feet. Nice, easy circles. Equally pushing down the front and pulling across the bottom, up the back of your pedal stroke, and across the top. I like to break it down into those 4 different parts. You can spend some time thinking about each part and then put it together and really think about pedaling circles with your feet. It'll make you more efficient. It will reduce the load you feel in your quads or hamstrings. It'll spread that out more evenly. So just over another minute here. Just getting settled. Start working your way up to that 50%. So just a nice, easy ride pace. Your 5 out of 10. Your conversation ride pace. Building that cadence up, 90 to 100. It's okay if you start out with everything a little bit easier and your cadence a little lower, but then just working on building that up. For just another 30 seconds. Then we're going to get into some cadence work. Still really easy gear. So I want you to maybe click it 1 gear harder, or maybe stay in this gear. So really just at your 5 out of 10, your 50%. We'll do some 30-second builds. So over the span of 30 seconds, I want you to start wherever your cadence is at now, and then build it up to as fast as your legs will move, so your max cadence. Get ready to start that in just over 20 seconds. So really settle into your pace. Think about how fast your legs are moving right now. That'll be your starting cadence. Get started in 10 seconds. So getting ready for our first 30-second build. You'll have a minute recovery after. And 3, 2, 1. Nice gradual build over this 30 seconds. Just slowly building that leg speed, building that cadence. You don't even need to look. If you don't have an RPM or a cadence reader, that's okay. If you don't, cadence sensor, don't even take a look at it. Just go with how your legs feel. Build them up to as fast as they can spin. About 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and back to that nice steady warm-up rhythm for 1 minute. So just playing, building that cadence up, and then coming back to this nice steady state. 50%, 90 to 100 RPM. Again, especially as you get into these higher cadences, think about relaxing your shoulders, think about a flat back, think about breathing. Something that should come naturally, but it's actually helpful to think about, especially if your legs are hurting. Just switch your mind to thinking about something else. And in 10 seconds, we'll do another 30-second cadence build. So starting at whatever cadence you're at, and we'll build from there for 30 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's build it up. Nice gradual build. Got 25 seconds to go. Just a couple RPM per 5 seconds. Let's go, we got 10 seconds. All the way. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off. Back to that 1 minute, 90 to 100 RPM, 50%. Find cadence drills are a good way to quickly start warming up the body. And these ones, you really can push them as hard as you want or take it as easy as you want. It all depends on how your legs are feeling in that moment. Over the course of this warm-up, you'll start feeling better. You'll get warmer. We've got 20 more seconds, then we'll do another build. Got 2 more builds. We'll go in 10. So again, starting where you're at. Get ready. If you want to switch your position, you can get into your drops if you have that. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Building that cadence up. Keeping the gear the same. Nice, easy gear. Got 20 seconds to go. Just increasing that cadence, that pedal stroke. How fast you're moving your legs, 10 seconds. All the way. Let's go, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off. We have 1 more. So just back to that 1 minute. Steady state. It's okay if this 1 minute feels easy. We have a hard workout ahead of us. So don't crack yourselves right now with these cadence drills. Just use them to get the blood flowing, get warmed up, start getting a little sweaty. I feel like I'm already dripping sweat over here. And we have about 20 more seconds till our last cadence drill. So just really using this time to move your legs, see how they feel this morning. And we got 10 seconds. Get ready for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, starting at the cadence you're at. Let's build it up for 30 seconds. This is your last cadence drill, so really try to hit that max cadence. 20 seconds to go. Let's go. Nice, easy gear. Moving those legs. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off. I have a minute transition here. Just again, settle into an easy gear. Back to that 90 to 100 RPM. Maybe take a sip of water. So we'll be getting into a gradual load next, getting into some gear work. So we'll start at 2 minutes, 60%, 90 RPM, and then we'll do a minute, 60% to 70%, 90 RPM again. So for that, you'll just be increasing the gear a tiny bit, or maybe you'll just need to increase your cadence a little. Or if you're on your road bike, click it 1 gear harder. But starting with that 2 minutes, 60%, 90 RPM, just settling into a rhythm that's a little harder than what you're doing right now. You're 6 out of 10. We'll start that in 10 seconds. Just a little bit of tempo. In 3, 2, 1, 60%, 90 RPM for 2 minutes. So just really settle in here. Just going a little bit harder than what you've been doing. At this point, you're still at conversation pace, but starting to get a little breathy. Again, shoulders back and down. Working on that flat back. Thinking about that cadence. Nice round pedal strokes. So really start getting us working towards the effort we'll be doing in the workout. Keep it going. You have 90 seconds, minute and a half. Settle into a rhythm. I like to take this time early in my workouts to think about my breathing, think about filling up my lungs and exhaling, because I know when we start going harder, it's going to be harder to think about that. And you're going to be a little more gasping for breath. So really filling up my lungs, working on a flat back. We have less than a minute in this first part. So still at your 60%, your 90 RPM. So that's 45 revolutions per 30 seconds if you want to count it out. Sometimes I'll be sitting on my bike, just not want to look at my computer, even if I have a cadence sensor. Just close my eyes and count it out in my head. So if you don't have a cadence sensor, it's a good strategy to do. Okay, about 10 seconds, then we're going to bring it up. So bring it up to 1 minute at 60 to 70%. It's a little bit harder, but same cadence, 90 RPM. So like I said, that's just going to be a slight turn of the gear or 1 click harder if you're on a road bike. And let's go. 1 minute, 60 to 70%, 90 RPM. So same cadence. Whew. It's nice and warm in here. Getting settled. Feeling nice round pedal strokes. Feeling strong through your core, especially once we get into that standing stuff later on. You're gonna want a bit of that core engaged to help you stay standing. 25 seconds. So our next step up will be 1 minute, 60 to 70% again, so same effort, but 80 RPM. So it's gonna be one more click of that gear just to bring your cadence down. Bring your cadence to 80 revolutions per minute. In 3, 2, 1. So same effort, one click harder. Let's just bring that cadence down. Match my leg speed, where I'll be. Like I said, I'm used to pedaling higher cadences, not very good at the lower stuff. We're working on it. Just settling in here, a little bit of strength. When we get into our hill efforts later on, you'll be spending a lot of time around this cadence. And a bit lower as well. 20 seconds to go. Good job, guys. 60 to 70%. So you're 6 to 7 out of 10. If you were in a pace line, holding conversation would definitely be a bit harder. And our last step down, 1 minute, 60 to 70%, 70 RPM. So again, just one click harder. In 3, 2, 1. So a slight turn of the dial or one gear harder, bringing that cadence down. Working on that strength. I like to think about this kind of similar to squats or leg press at the gym. So just really working on that strength. This is where you're really going to want to engage your core to minimize that rocking from side to side. So engage your core. Think more about pedaling circles than pushing down on the pedals. So evenly pushing across the top, down the front of your pedal stroke, across the bottom, and up the back. Got 10 seconds here. 10 more seconds. Stay with it. 70 RPM. In 3, 2, 1, and back that gear off. Let's go back to below 50%. You have 2 minutes just to spin it out. Just relax a bit. Feel that first couple efforts you've done. And with all efforts, I like to wake up, get on the bike, look at what my workout is, and then think about how I'm feeling that day. If I had a really hard workout the day before, or like recently just started back at the gym, so I'm extremely sore, places I haven't been sore in a while, then some of my numbers I might not be hitting. If you have a power meter, I might not be hitting those same numbers. So really just thinking about that effort. Is this my 6 or 7 or 8 out of 10 today? Is this my 80%? Is this how I'm feeling? And then going with that. And then on other times, you do have to push yourself a little bit harder. And your 80% may feel like 90%. And you're gonna have to push for it. So really checking in with where you're at today. So our last little bit of warm up, we're just gonna be sitting at some tempo, so 4 minutes, 70 to 75%, 90 to 100 RPM. So you can bring that cadence back up, sit 90 to 100 RPM, Just your 70 to 75%. So a little bit harder than what we've been doing. 7 to 7.5 out of 10. And we'll get going with that 30 seconds. And plot twist. Every 30 seconds of this, we'll be getting out of the saddle and just giving a slight standing accel. So just getting on top of those pedals. So 70 to 75%, 90 to 100 RPM for 4 minutes. But every 30 seconds, I'll cue you to just stand, get out of the saddle, feel what it's like to stand. Let's get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 70 to 75%, 90 to 100 RPM. So bringing that cadence up. Well, you have 4 minutes here, so a little bit harder for 4 minutes. And every 30 seconds, I'll cue you to stand. So remember, like I said, when we stand, work on engaging that core. So you try to keep your upper body as still as possible. First standing effort in 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Just get on those pedals. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and back in the saddle. So each time we stand, your cadence might increase a bit. And that's kind of your goal. Just get on top of those pedals. That leg speed might go up. We have 3 minutes to go. We have another standing effort coming at you in 3, 2, 1, up. Engaging that core, try to minimize that upper body movement. And back in the saddle in 3, 2, 1, and seated. Quickly try to settle back into your rhythm. Don't let your cadence or your effort drop when you sit back down. Trying to stay at a steady tempo state. So this is like when you're out on a ride and the pace is going a little bit harder than you had wanted, and someone tries talking to you and you're not in a state to engage. Like, please shush. Okay, another standing effort in 3, 2, 1, and up. Stay with it for 3, 2, 1, back in the saddle. Just over halfway through this tempo segment. Remember, you're at 70 to 75%. So just settling into a rhythm, focusing on that pedal stroke. We have a couple more times out of the saddle. Starting in 3, 2, 1, up. It's just gonna get you ready for these hill efforts we have coming. Stick with it. 2, 1, and seated. Again, even when you're standing, try to relax your shoulders back and down. Don't hike them up towards your ears. It's just gonna cause tension in your neck. Stick with it. We have less than a minute to go. Let's go for one more standing effort. In 3, 2, 1, and up. Keep it going. Engage that core. Get on top of those pedals. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1, and keep it going at that 70 to 75%. You're almost there. Stick with that tempo. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and back it off. You can back that gear off, get a drink of water. That's it for the warm-up. So we're going to get into the workout in just a few minutes. Wipe that sweat off, maybe open a window. It's a beautiful morning. I like doing these efforts outside. Or even sometimes if it's rainy and I have a cover, I'll take them outside. Just try to escape the humid house. Just take a minute here. I'll explain the workout that you see on the screen in a second. So today, we're working on hills and climbing. So first part of our workout, as you can see beside me and you have in the chat box, will be 4 minutes at your 80 to 85%, 70 RPM. So you're just settling into this climb, your cadence will drop, and you're just going up at 80 to 85%. So a pretty hard 4 minutes. And then you'll get to the top and your cadence will go up 100 to 105 RPM. Your power will go down, so you'll go down to your 7 out of 10, 70%. It'll get a little bit easier. And it's like you've crested the hill, so you're just cruising along that flat section at the top. So still going hard. You're still with a group that's going hard up the hill, but you're not climbing anymore, so it's a little bit easier and your cadence, your leg speed has gone back up. And then there's gonna be a group off the front, and you're gonna work on chasing that group. So you'll be 30 seconds at 85%, 100 RPM, and then a minute at 70%, still at 100 RPM. And you'll run through that 5 times. So 30 seconds on, 1 minute, still on, but as if you're sitting on someone's wheel. And 30 seconds on, 1 minute, still on. You'll do that 5 times. And then you'll finally catch back onto that group. You'll have a minute and a half at 60%, 90 to 100 RPM. And you'll just cruise. You'll just sit there at your 6 out of 10. And then you'll have 4 minutes and we'll do it again. We'll climb again. So hill, going up, flat, then chase back on, and then sit on the main group. Cool? You will get going in 1 minute. So just staying under your 5 out of 10, under your 50% right now. This isn't going to be easy. I was racing in France a couple years ago, and we were doing a stage race, and if you know France, it can be very hilly if you've seen the Tour de France. And the first day of the stage race was the flattest day, and it started with a 45-minute climb. Now, I'm a sprinter, so starting with a 45-minute climb is definitely not a flat stage. I don't think that's a flat stage for anybody. But happy to say I made it through. Definitely wasn't easy. Definitely felt like puking a couple times, more than a couple times. Okay, so now it's time to get into our 4-minute hill. Again, 4 minutes, 80 to 85%, 70 RPM to start. Let's go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Settling in here, low cadence, back to that strength work. You're on this hill is only 4 minutes. You can do it. 80 to 85%. So you're going to be in a decently hard gear if you're on your road bike because of the low cadence and the high power. If you're counting this in your head, you should be 35 revolutions every 30 seconds. Just settling into that cadence. Again, think about engaging through that core. You want to minimize that rocking as much as possible. Protect that lower back. And breathe. So because of this low cadence, you're probably going to feel the pain in your legs before you start hyperventilating. So embrace that time in the pain cave. It's only 4 minutes and then we get to back it off. Good job. Keep it going. You're almost halfway. Let's go. Settling into this rhythm. And breathing. Feeling that pedal stroke, nice round circles. Good job, everyone. Got 90 seconds to go in this first part of this effort. Stick with it. You gotta train if you can hear that. It's cheering you on. Just over a minute to go. This is the magic place where somehow I can dig a little deeper in my efforts. So if you find yourself in a lull, you just have 1 minute, 60 seconds to go. Let's do it, get after it. You're almost there, you can see the top at this point. Sticking with that 70 RPM. Working on that strength. Just over 30 seconds to go, you're almost there. Go, go, go. Let's do it. 25, you're almost at the flat section. Pretend there's a peloton setting the pace and you don't want to lose them. Stick on someone's wheel. Stick with it. 10 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, ready? You're back to that flat section, 2 minutes. Let's back that gear off a little to your 70%, so not all the way. Bring that cadence up, 100 to 105 RPM. So match my leg speed. If you don't have a cadence sensor, I'm gonna bring it up. And you're here for 2 minutes. It's just sitting around that tempo. You're on a flat section. It's gotten a little bit easier. You're sitting on wheels. You have less than 90 seconds to go here. So really embrace this because it's going to get hard again. So take this time, catch your breath. Spin out your legs. 100 to 105 RPM. So maybe a little higher than where you're comfortable. But it'll help just flush the legs. Work it out. It'll help you recover a little bit for this next part. 40 seconds. 40 seconds to go. So if you look at the workout, next we're getting into our sit on and then on. So you're 30 seconds at 85% and then you're 1 minute at 70%. All at 100 RPM. So you're just going to be playing with that gear. So if you're on a spin bike, you're going to turn it a little bit harder or click it a gear harder. And then for your 1 minute, you'll make it a little bit easier. We got 10 seconds. Get ready. So you're gonna have to chase back onto this group. In 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, 85%. Let's bring it up. 100 RPM. You're on the front, you're chasing. Match my cadence. Relax your shoulders back and down. 10 seconds to go. And you're gonna be sitting on for a minute at 70%. 3, 2, 1, 1 minute. Back to that 7 out of 10, 70%. Back to that tempo. But keep the cadence the same, so just play with your gear. Make it a gear easier. Turn it a little bit easier. Good job, everyone. So we have 4 more of those 30 seconds to go. So it's as if you're on the front and you're sitting on. On the front, sitting on. This is your sitting on. You have 15 more seconds here. Get ready. 10 seconds. Get ready to turn that gear back up. Back to your 85% in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 30 seconds. You're back on the front of this Peloton. You're still chasing. Trying to catch on to some riders you see up the road. 100 RPM. So if you're counting it, you're at 50 revolutions per minute, or per 30 seconds. Last 3 seconds. Go, go, go. 3, 2, 1. Back to your 1 minute at 70%. Again, just play with that gear. Make it a little bit easier. Keep that cadence the same. Just over 30 seconds here. Catch your breath a little bit. Check in with where you're at. Your back being flat. Your elbows having a little slight bend. Being relaxed. Don't want a death grip on the bars. 15 seconds. Then we're back to that effort. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1. Back to that 30 seconds. Bring that gear. Turn that gear back up. Make it a little harder. 85%. Still at your 100 RPM. You're above tempo. This isn't conversation pace. Stick with it. Got 10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, 1. Back to your minute. Whew, good job. Got 2 more. Pressure 70% right now. Still at your 100 RPM. You're all looking great. You're almost through this. You've almost caught back on. Stick with it. You only have a couple more minutes for this kind of effort. Get ready, back to our 30 seconds in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Back to it. If you need to change positions, get into your drops. If you need to get on top of it, you can get out of the saddle. Just get through this 30-second effort. Just Just over 10 seconds to go. Up, up, up. Let's go. All the way for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to 70%. Bring that gear back down. Keep that cadence the same. You have one more. One more chase on. Guys, we're looking great. Keep with it. 30 seconds till this last effort. And 20. Get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time here. Up, up, up. 30 seconds. You're back on the front. You've almost caught that group in front of you. Get on it, everyone. Let's go. Got 15 seconds. 15 to go. You're halfway. You're at your 85%. Up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more minute. 70%. Back that gear off. Keep that cadence the same. Whew. So next we're going to move into that sit on. So you have a minute and a half at 60%, 90 to 100 RPM. Where you're just sitting on. And then we'll be done this first hill. About 30 seconds. $20. Stick with it. It's going to get easier in a second. 15. Keep those legs moving. And 5, 4, 3, 2, minute and a half, 90 seconds. Back that gear off a little bit more. You're at your 60%, 90 to 100 RPM. Settle into this, just like we were doing in warm-up. After 6 out of 10. After doing these hill efforts, it's going to feel a little bit harder. You only have a minute more here, so stick with it. And you get some recovery. Think about catching your breath. Just sitting on the wheel in front of you. Just getting through this last part. This last little effort. Got 30 seconds to go. $25. Keep it going. Looking great. 15. Good job, everybody. 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back that gear right off. Good job. Made it through the first hill. Let's take a minute. Or about 3 more. You all looked great. So hi to all of you, seeing you again in this class. John, Donna, Shelly, Elaine, Luann, Carmen and Esther. A bunch of you I've worked with before. Maybe a couple from new faces. I've missed riding with people. It's It's been lonely. It's nice to see everyone though. It's nice, at least here in BC, we can start getting back to riding with people. It's been me and my sister. We live out in Maple Ridge, so lots of gravel out there. Lots of gravel rides. Did an epic one the other day. Went way back into the mountains. Got so many flats. Saw a bear. Rode through some rivers. It was a good time. I woke up and these white shoes were not as white as they are right now. Like, oh, I gotta clean them off. Can't have brown shoes in class. So I have about 2 more minutes. So you can just sit up for a second. You can relax those shoulders. On the TV behind us, we have World Championships, Road World Championships in Innsbruck from 2 years ago, so 2018 was the year after I raced World Championships, 2016 and 2017. And the first year was in Qatar. What a neat experience. It was 40 degrees when we started the race at 8 a.m. in the morning. And you can imagine it only got hotter from there, and you're in the desert. So we go, I think I was going through about 8 bottles every 2 hours. So 4 bottles an hour. And you were still finishing dehydrated. It was a very eye-opening, good learning experience. It's been a bunch of neat places. I've raced around the world. Definitely have the travel bug. Definitely missing the travel, but hopefully we'll get back to that. Hopefully we'll be going to Tokyo next year. We'll see. I'm gonna work towards that. Spend this time really building my engine. It's amazing when you get yourself set on a goal, just working on it every day, getting up. People ask, how are you staying motivated right now with no racing on the schedule? I said, well, I'm setting other goals. So I have a new MAP goal for September. And I have this stretch of road where I do time trials just me, myself, and I, every week. And every week I try to beat that time. So just setting these little goals for myself. It's helping, keeping me motivated through this time. Okay, speaking of motivated, we need back to it. We got 1 more hill to get through. So again, we're gonna start at that 4 minutes, 80 to 85%, 70 RPM. Just gonna settle in there. It's like you're climbing. If you need to get out of the saddle to really get on those pedals and get up that hill, do it. Switch up your position. Get ready in 10 seconds. So start finding that, turning that gear back up, clicking that gear a little harder. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Let's go. Cadence at 70 RPM. So bringing that cadence back down, 35 revolutions per 30 seconds if you're counting in your head. Even if you have a cadence sensor, you can close your eyes and just really feel that rhythm. Feel yourself moving at 35 revolutions per 30 seconds. Keep it going. If you're like me, you'll notice we have 3.5 minutes left. Someone who counts down every 30 seconds. I do it in my head. Just think, just get through this next 30 seconds and get through another 30 seconds. Break it down. If you don't have a cadence sensor, you can always match my cadence. I'm sitting at 70 RPM. You're above conversation pace. So if you're doing this with a group, you'd not be talking. I'm struggling to do that right now. Good job, everyone. Got almost 2 and a bit minutes to go. Keep with it. 2.5. 2.5 minutes left. Stay on that cadence, like I said. If you need to get out of the saddle to get a little more oomph, you can really get on it. Take a couple seconds and do that. Then settle back into the rhythm. Remember to breathe. Let's go, let's go. 90 seconds to go. You're almost there. I said before, this is my magic place where I'm like, 90 seconds, I can do it. Usually where I start counting down every last second in my head. Definitely makes it feel longer. I wouldn't recommend. Remember, relax your shoulders. As we start to go harder, we like to bring our shoulders up. That's just going to cause tension and take away energy from what you're putting into the effort. So relax them down. Nice, steady, deep breaths. Control. 45 seconds left. Keep it together, keep it going. Stick with it. 30 seconds, get on it. 70 RPM, you're almost there. Almost at that flat section. You can see the top of this hill. Just gotta crest it. 19. Let's go, let's go. Up, up, up. 10. Almost at that flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 minutes. Back that gear off, 70%. And bring that cadence right up. Try not to have a rest in between here. Just bring that cadence up. Make it a gear easier. Click it down, turn that gear down. It will still feel hard because you're building your cadence back up. But really you're doing it at an easier effort. You're 7 out of 10. That tempo we sat at in warm-up, that's what you're at. 90 seconds to go here. Remember to breathe. Try to match my cadence. I'm sitting at 100. You can look at my legs, try to match my cadence here. Or you can even be a bit higher. Bring it up to that 105. 1 more minute. Go, go, go. Let's go, let's go. Got 50 seconds. 50 seconds to go. No, it's hard to try to keep that cadence up, but do it. Do it at that 70%, your tempo. Or what you feel like your tempo is today. Almost there, less than 30 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up. Whew. 15. Then we're gonna be into that chase and then sit on. Chase and sit on, so 30 seconds in a minute. 30 seconds in a minute, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 30 seconds, bring it up, 85%, 100 RPM. So same cadence, harder effort, so turn that gear back up. Click it a gear harder. 20 seconds to go. Get on it, let's go. 15. Keep it going, keep it going. Up, 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 5, 3, 2, 1, and you're sitting on for a minute at your 70%, so turn that gear down a little bit. You're gonna keep it going. You're at your 70%, but keeping the same cadence, so you're not letting that leg speed drop. Almost halfway, 30 seconds. And we're back to it. You're looking great. 20 seconds to go. I had a teammate once, I must have been complaining about an effort. She told me, you can do anything for 30 seconds, literally anything. So just get on it and get it done. So every time I have a 30-second effort, that's what's going through my head. You can do anything for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, get on it, guys. 85%, so you're bringing that gear up. Head down and hammer, chasing back onto that group. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute. 70%. Back that gear off, keep that cadence the same. $50 more seconds here. Match my cadence. Keep that at 100. You're almost through this. You have 3 more hard efforts to get through. $30 seconds. You can all do this. You can all get through it. And 20. Get ready, you're gonna be back at the front, chasing for 30 seconds at your 85%. In 10. Shoulders relaxed, drop those shoulders down that back. And breathe, get ready, 3, 2, 1, get on it, 85%. Turn that gear up, click it a gear harder. Let's go. Still at that same cadence, still at that 100 RPM. Got it, let's go, let's go. Only 10 seconds to go, get on it, guys. Got 2 more after this. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Back that off. Back to that minute at 70%. Still at that tempo. Only got 2 more. Everyone's doing fantastic. That cadence looks high. Crushing it. When I get to this point, think about just get through this one and I only have 1 more. 20 seconds before we have that 4th effort. You can get into your drops for this, because remember, it's like you're on the front of a group. You're chasing hard. Got 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, up, up, up. 85%, let's go. Turn that gear up, click it a gear harder. Get on it. 25. Go, 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 go. 20 seconds. Only got 1 more after this. 15, halfway. Push it. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back it off, only to 70%. You have 1 more. Should definitely be feeling this effort now. Keep that cadence the same, don't let it drop. It's like that game, The Floor is Lava. Drop your cadence below 100. You've stepped in lava. Don't let that happen. Let's go. 30 seconds until your last effort, your last hard effort. 25. Get ready, get with it. 20. Just hit it out of the park, crush it for this last effort. 15. 10. 5, Let's go, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get on it. Turn that gear up, click it a gear harder. Let's go. Only got 30 seconds to go. At this kind of effort, 20. Up, up, up. You can see that group in front of you. You've almost caught them. 12, 10, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. Though you have that 70% for a minute. Last 70%. Stay on it. Stay on that cadence. Still at 100 RPM. Let's go, let's go. You have this nice build down, so you're gonna have 30 more seconds here at 70%. And then you're gonna have a minute and a half, 90 seconds at 60%. So slowly bringing it back down as you're sitting with the group. 20 seconds. Keep it going. Stay on those pedals. You got 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last 90 seconds. Bring it down to that 60%. You're at 90 to 100 RPM, so that cadence can drop a little bit. You're just under tempo. So sitting at an endurance pace, as if you're sitting on the group. Breathe through it. You've got just over a minute. You're almost done. Try to stick with that 60% for less than a minute to go. All the way, 50. Just get through it. Sometimes I find this is what feels the hardest. Feels like the longest 90 seconds of my life. You just want it to be done. You gotta push a little bit more for that last 30 seconds. You're almost there. And 20. Keep it going. You've made it up the hill. Just bask in this victory. Pretend you won this thing. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that gear down. Bring that cadence down. Good job. That's great. Good job, everyone. You made it through those hills. Sat at that power. Remember to stretch and roll out that back tonight. These efforts, you tend to tense up a lot. Get into those glutes and those quads. And thanks for joining me. That's a wrap.